Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ira Hussein and I am your teenage teacher. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you 5 practice questions for the reading part of the 9th grade MAP test. But before I get into this video, I'd just like to give you a quick reminder that if you want to take more MAP tests or practice tests or a real MAP test, then make sure to click the link in my description. Anyways, let's get right into this video. Passage. Maya sat quietly in the back of the classroom, fingers nervously twisting her bracelet. Today was the day of the big presentation, the one she had been dreading for weeks. The teacher called her name. As she stood up, her knees trembled slightly. But as she began to speak, something shifted. Her voice steadied, and her passion for the topic came through clearly. By the end, she was smiling, proud, and surprised at her own courage. Question number 1. What is the main idea of this passage? A. Maya is afraid of public speaking. B. Maya forgets her lines during a school presentation. C. Maya overcomes her fear and successfully gives a presentation. D. Maya enjoys being in the spotlight. Take a minute to pause the video and figure out your answer. If you said C. Maya overcomes her fear and successfully gives a presentation, you are correct, because the passage shows Maya starting off nervous, but then gaining confidence and finishing strong. This illustrates her overcoming fear and succeeding. Question number 2. What does the phrase "something shifted" most likely mean in the passage? A. The lights in the classroom moved. B. Maya changed her topic mid-speech. C. Maya's fear turned into confidence. Or D. The teacher moved to the back of the room. Take a minute to pause the video and figure out your answer. If you said C, you are correct. Maya's fear turned into confidence, because "something shifted" is used figuratively to show an emotion or mental change. Maya's fear gave way to confidence. This is the shift. Question number 3. Which sentence best shows Maya's transformation? A. Fingers nervously twisting her bracelet. B. Her knees trembled slightly. C. Her voice steadied, and her passion for the topic came through clearly. Or D. She sat quietly in the back of the classroom. Take a minute to pause the video and figure out your answer. If you said C, her voice steadied, and her passion for the topic came through clearly, you are correct, because that sentence shows the moment she gains confidence, it's a key turning point in the passage. So these 3 questions based off of the passage about Maya is definitely like one of the reading questions that will come up on your MAP test. So make sure that you use your passage and you go through it clearly and you use it to answer questions, because the passage is all the answers to all of the questions. Everything in the passage will help you answer all the questions that will be based off of the passage. So make sure you just pay good attention and read over the passage and, look at the answers and compare them to see which answer makes the most sense with the passage. All right, sentence. Today was the day of the big presentation, the one she had been dreading for weeks. Question 4. What does the word dreading most likely mean in the sentence? A. Looking forward to. B. Preparing for. C. Fearing. Or D. Forgetting. Take a minute to pause the video and figure out your answer. If you said C, fearing, you are correct, because dreading means to fear or worry about something happening. The context of her nervous behavior supports this. You should always put the word that you need to maybe define in the context of the sentence. Today was the big day of the presentation, the one that she had been dreading for weeks. And then it talks about how she was really nervous in the rest of the passage. So that probably means that she was fearing for it, not forgetting, not preparing for, or not looking forward to it. All right, here's another passage. Honeybees are essential to the pollination of many crops. Without them, foods like apples, almonds, and blueberries would become sick. However, honeybee populations are declining due to pesticides, habitat loss, and disease. Question 5. What is the central idea of the passage? A. Honeybees can sting if threatened. B. Honeybees are disappearing and that affects food production. C. People should eat more honey to help bees. Or D. Beekeeping is an easy and fun hobby. Take a minute to pause the video and figure out your answer. If you said B, you are correct. Honeybees are disappearing and that affects food production. Because the passage focuses on the importance of honeybees and how their decline can affect crop pollination and food availability. So, here's a little tip for you guys, you 9th graders, taking the MAP test and your reading section. Make sure to take use of those passages that you read and to do elimination of all the answers. So, like with question number 5, we want to eliminate all the answers that would not likely be the answer. Like honeybees can sting if threatened. That's not what the passage is talking about. Or C, people should eat more honey to help bees. That is also not what the passage is talking about. So, eliminating most of the given answers can help you find out your answer more fast. All right, those were the 5 questions. I hope they came easy to you guys. But if you struggled, make sure to go back and work on these topics because the reading section is maybe one of the longest sections in the MAP because it takes a while to, read through all the stuff and figure out your answer. But I'm sure you guys will do great if you guys practice and if you guys use the link below to look into more MAP tests or to practice more on your MAP. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful. Bye guys!